Okay, today I got a little Valentine special to put up on YouTube. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, so my wife and I decided to go ahead and just grab the kids and do what we love to do and just go thrift storing. But first, I want to show some of the gifts I got her for Valentine's. I got her chocolate, lots and lots of chocolate. She finally got the new 3DS. Just came out, I think Thursday. She was at midnight, she was at the store to get it. She got her favorite game, the new Zelda Majora's Mask. And I got her also this Walking Dead Lego kit, which is Daryl on the motorcycle. She loves Daryl. This was really a pain in the butt to put together. But once it's put together, it looks really cool. So these are her Valentine's presents. And then we're going to go over here to our thrift store finds. Now yesterday we decided to go off the beaten path and just pick a couple of mom and pop places. A lot of them are like little church run establishments. So let me just go quick pan here of everything we got, and then I'll go ahead and give you an explanation of everything. This was strange. This is a Monopoly. I got some glare from the light. Scooby-Doo. This is the Fright Fest edition. This is like thing is like really rare, and it also has, I don't know if you can see it here, the custom pieces. One of them is a mystery machine. They were all in there. Got a cooler. Okay. Now let me start from here and work my way down and show you what we got. In a box, sitting inside there, they had a bunch of these cell phones. Now this one is a Galaxy by Samsung. Unfortunately, the screen is cracked, but it's the outer screen, so the other one does work. But it's an older one. It was only like 50 cents. This is just a phone, a Samsung phone. Nothing special about it. But this one's really cool. This is a Sprint phone, but it's also another Samsung. So whoever put these in there was a Samsung fan. Powers up, charged up just fine, has a little hidden keyboard. It's a Droid powered, like the Galaxy, and it powered up just fine. And I was able to connect it via Wi-Fi, and I gave it to my daughter so she can download some Android apps. And the only thing that she can't do is, of course, it doesn't work as a phone because we didn't hook it up. But there was an app on there for a free phone service. It gives you like 10 minutes for free, and you get a free number for texting and everything. So we downloaded that last night for her, so she can make calls from it as long as she's got Wi-Fi. Now, this I will talk about in a minute, because this is very sad indeed. We got some 64 games. We got, oddly enough, the original version of Majora's Mask, Zelda. We got Mario Party. We got Super Mario 64, and we got Donkey Kong 64. These, you had to dig deep. They were in a box with some other games, but these are like $1 each, which was really weird. We found an old PS game, Uncharted, which we didn't have. Casey was happy. And this was strange too. It was a 3DS game, Pet Zombies, and the disc is in there. It was like, seriously, had the little book and everything, but it was just in there. Now they knew what they had here, so this is a little bit more. I had to pay like $6 for this. And then another 3DS game, Super Mario 2, which was also in the bin, but again they also knew, actually no, I'm sorry, these two were behind the counter, so they knew that they were worth something. Now this is really cool. This is a little wooden bird that Christy found, and if you look on the bottom it says made with cypress, or somewhere in here. Oh, the little tag, cypress woods. This is made in Florida. It's got the original tag on it for $6. Don't know how old it is, but we're thinking 1970s or so. An old souvenir from Florida. She found this really cool little owl. And here's a candle holder. It also has the original tag, $6. They both, the tags look identical, so I would say that these two came from the same place. This is neat. She found this in the jewelry section, and she looked this up online. It's a little gold inlaid chain necklace. It's got the leaves on it. The ones that she found online sold for It says gold filled, sold for 120. The other one I think sold for 130. But the difference between those and this, and that was selling, not asking, on eBay. The leaves, some of the leaves were broken and missing. Still, it was selling for that amount of money. This one is complete and pristine, and it's got the original box. The box is not in that great a shape, but the necklace is. It almost looks like it's been there for a while. It hasn't been used or removed. She found me a Hallmark snowman tie, which she loves because she always loves these at Hallmark, but doesn't want to spend the money that Hallmark is asking for them. So I got a cool snowman tie. Yeah. She loves Halloween, so she found this Halloween bowl. Okay. This made her do a little squeal. Pound Puppies. The talking cooler. This is like the Teddy Ruxpin version of the Pound Puppy dog. And he's got the cassette player in the back. We haven't taken it out of the box. The box is a little crushed and looks like it got a little wet. But the Pound Puppy inside looks like he's great. I'm just hoping that there's no batteries in him, and that he's just been sitting in there for a long time. Again, the Monopoly game. And she opened it up in the store, and it was totally complete. Some things that the thrift stores do that kind of annoy me. They didn't. We were lucky with this one. Is they put tape so that nobody opens them up and steals the pieces and parts. They used packing tape on this one, so we were able to take the tape off without actually doing any damage. But she opened it up in the store and verified that all the pieces and parts were there. So she was very happy to get that. Again, that was only, I mean, $2.50, $3, and she's got an awesome collectible set there. I got, put this over here carefully, this really cute little $3. It's a $3. It's a CD printer, and it's got like the label right there, and you just put your CD in. It pops open. I haven't seen one like this. The one that I have is a printer version, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But you just open up the little tray, put the CD in, slide it in, close it, and I haven't downloaded the software for it, so I don't know what it does or how it does it, but I'll find out here if it works. I only paid $3 for it. These were in this bag, these 3 cameras. One of them's a digital, but it's like a 2 megapixel. What I really bought it for was for this one, little old Instamatic by Kodak, because I had one of these when I was a kid, and I do not have one in my collection, so I went ahead and got this. I got the whole bag. This is like $3.99 to get these. This is just it's an old digital. I don't even know how the heck it works. I think it's just no memory card. You just plug it into your computer. Christy found me this. This is in the back. This is it's a realistic 40 channel emergency CB radio, and it's a kit. Comes complete. It's got all the cables. It's got the antenna, and it's just a little handheld. Looks like one of the old cell phones, but it's an actual CB radio that you just keep in your trunk. When you need it, you plug it on in, and you got yourself a CB radio for emergencies. That was back before they had cell phones, kids, and we actually had to use these things in emergency. I like it because it's got the case and it says realistic on it. Okay. She found this. It's an old game. It's an old Disney game. Pluto Pick a Pal game. And again, she opened it up, and it was complete. She was very, very happy. The box has got some wear and tear, but the game is complete. This one we found at another thrift store, which was interesting as heck. Somebody must have gotten rid of their DS games, because I found a DSi, a regular DS, and an older DS. And all 3 of them were marked $12.99 each. And they all worked just great. The only thing that I had to do with the DSi is clean it, because it was full of little sticky fingers and whatnot. But it was locked. There was a parental code in there, and I didn't know the parental code. But you can go online. There's a website where you put the master code in that this gives you, and it gives you the unlock code. It took about maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and I was done. I gave the black one to Kaylee, because she wanted a DS. She had one of these older ones that the hinge was busted, and it's way over 10 years old. So she was happy she got this. And I got to keep the white one. And we don't know what we're going to do. Well, that was creepy. And my memory card was full. So right in the middle of videotaping, I had to switch to another memory card. I'll just combine the videos later. Anyway, this is where I left off. I found old 35 millimeter slide cartridge. But the nice thing about this one is normally when I find these at a thrift store, they throw the slides away. History of the world, history of somebody's life or whatever, just thrown into the garbage. This one, I got lucky. This is an old cartridge that slips into one of the old slide projectors. But as you can see, this one has slides in it. Yeah. Now I've gotten lucky in the past and I've been able to buy the slide projector, the round ones, the Kodak ones, fully loaded with slides. We have slides of old military parades, old 4th of July parades from towns. This one, unfortunately, the slides are from two guys hunting, and they do show their catch. Anyway, I found this because I loved it. This is from the 70s. I remember this commercial from the 1970s. The Popeil Buttoneer. And this one is brand new. It's never been opened. Oh, it's got all the pieces and parts in there. You could just take this thing, stick it through the buttonhole, and lock it into the piece of clothing, and your button is secured. So it's the old Popeil Buttoneer. Like I said, I just love this thing. I found some slide projector magazines that I did not have. This is a Vivitar, and this is an Aereo equipped. I've got some Kodaks and whatnot, but I didn't have these, which was great. I was glad to be able to find it. This was neat. It's a 4-input AV switch that lets you put in any kind of a source input, audio, video, RF, or what have you, and lets you switch. Everything is HDMI these days, but for $3 I couldn't pass this up. I can use it to put video games on there. I've been thinking about putting, in Casey's room, he's got a lot of the systems, but they're all plugged into the back of the TV. I'm just thinking about putting them all into this and making it a whole lot neater. I love this. Some guy was looking at this and put it back. This is an old Rolls. It's metal. But what makes it special is it's a decanter for alcohol. And I'm going to put it in my bar collection. It is in really nice shape. The only thing that was wrong with it is the front fender was bent. I went on ahead and straightened that out. It does roll. It's an actual car. I'll flip it over here. And you can see, here's the decanter. Okay, like I said, the wheels roll. And it's got a lot of detail. Steering wheel, glass. I mean, it's got some pitting on the silver. I can fix that. It's got all the little things here, except the only thing that's missing is there used to be a mirror over here. It's gone, but I got this one. And take a look at the back. Got the plate. And like I said, that's where you fill it. Looks to me like this would be a pain in the butt to use as a decanter, but okay, somebody loved it. There were 3. One was a ceramic one, which did not look that neat. One was a fire truck, which is what the other gentleman that was looking at these took, and I can't believe he put this one back. $9. We looked them up online. They're going from anywhere between 90 and 100 and something selling. Okay. But now I'm going to show you something that really, really, really made me sad and a little sick to my stomach. As I was leaving the thrift store, I looked in their garbage can and saw what I thought were a bunch of record albums. And sure enough, there were a bunch of record albums, but not just any record albums. Let me show you what I found here. And the story that I was told is, oh, they sat around in a box. Nobody wanted them, so we just got rid of them. And they threw them in a trash can, and of course it's been raining the last couple of days. So, boom, snow gets into them, water gets into them. It just, they did not do well. Some of these albums, and the story that I was told is, since they didn't sell, they threw them away. Plus, they didn't consider these to be of any value. Okay, we're talking about an older thrift store. It's a church type of a thrift store. So the people that work in it are mostly volunteers. And they're kind of a little bit on the old side. I'm not picking on the old people, but they just didn't know what these were. So to them, these were garbage. These were not Lawrence Welk. These were not Sing Along with Mitch. They weren't gospel Christmas albums, so they have no value. I'll give you an example. Here we have Pat Benatar. As you can see, the albums are sort of like glued together. You know? And these are the ones that I could do. This is Cher. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Pat Benatar. That was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. I don't know who Joshua Brer is, but he was in there. Okay. Heart. Skinny Boys. In Excess. I love In Excess. And you can see the condition of the album. I don't even know what's back here. Oh. This one. This guy. Asylum. These are the sleeves that were in there. You can see the mold and mildew that collected because they've been in there for a while. So the sleeves were not salvageable. Some of the records just were not salvageable. Okay. You can see the condition of it. This one was also destroyed. This one's Doggone Albums. I'm not sure what that's all about. Some of these were no clue. But Abbott. I don't remember which one this was. Can't read the name even. Pecos Bill. Black and Blue. Okay. Some of these, I mean, yeah, Petals in the Stream, whatever, but Nature's Fantasies. But as we get to the bottom here, Henry Lee Summer, PM. This is Capitol Records. The album cover looks like Yes. I don't remember what the record, if it was Yes or not. There we go. This was Ted Nuget, Catch Scratch Fever, and there was some sort of a collector's binder in here which I can't get into. Lionel Richie, Dancing in the Ceiling. There's my Pat Benatar. Pat Benatar. Come on! K-Tel's Mindbender. Yeah! Only people from the 70s know what I'm talking about. Neil Diamond. But I mean, I like him. And here's where it starts to hurt a little bit. Aerosmith. Van Halen. Daryl Hall and John Oates. Now, the ones that I can't even show you because they literally were disintegrated. Some more Aerosmith stuff. Some of their bootleg album. Some Heart. Heart is in there. It's in that mushed up pile of records. Okay. And some other things that were of very great value. Cheap Trick, The Police, all of them were in the trash. Now, good news. As long as they were in these sleeves, and some of them were plastic sleeves, the sleeves were destroyed. This one though, this is Aerosmith. As you can see, I had to soak these in water to get all the paper to come off. The nice thing about it is the record is pristine. It's like there were very, very little wear on them. And I'll show you. And I was able to go and buy some sleeves. put them in there. Some of them had this plastic sleeving on it, which protected the record, and I just had to wipe down the plastic to get the mold off. There was a lot of mold. I was able to salvage some of the covers that were on the very bottom and didn't get wet. Blues Brother, Partridge Family. The rest are all the records that were in there. Like this is Neil Diamond. And like I said, the records are pristine. Now, what makes it sad, even more sad, is the fact that in there I found a letter from Atlantic Records, which basically says that these records are promotional, and a lot of the records are stamped for promotion only, not for resale. And it's instructions on what the record is, like this is In Excess, what the songs are, and a little bit of history about the song, who sang it, who was in it, who was in the band. And then on the very back there's like instructions on when to play it, how long to play it, how often to play it, and it's signed Atlantic Promotions. It's got the address and everything on there. This was the only one that I could save. All the others had turned into goo and had bonded and melted. So this is what makes me sad. It's like, okay, somebody doesn't know. And sometimes it's in your favor when you go to a thrift store because, alright, they didn't know what the 64 games were. They didn't know that there are collectors out there that will kill for these. So they were selling them for a couple of bucks each. Okay, they did know what a 3DS was. So they were charging a little bit more for it. They didn't know what the older jewelry was for. They just thought it was costume jewelry, so they sold it for a couple of bucks. Whoever was in charge, and it's probably a volunteer or whatever, didn't know who these people were in these albums, and to them they weren't of any value, so they just threw them away because they've been sitting in a box and nobody wants to buy them. The cooler, Pound Puppy, is just a stuffed toy to them. So they have no clue. So they just went on ahead and sold it. I think we paid $4 or $5 for them. The game, again, it was just a game. And the DS's. The DSi, the DS, and the other DS. They were just little handheld toy games, so $12 because they had a screen and they looked important. And this, $9 for this. Nobody did the research, nobody did that. But be careful when you're out there because there are some thrift stores that do the research and they go on eBay and they see what people are asking and that's what they're going to ask. And I've been hit with that a couple of times. There's one in particular that we go to a lot where they say, well, online they're asking $150, so go ahead and pay me $80 for it. But like I learned in Pawn Stars, that's the asking price. Doesn't mean you're getting it. It means that's what you wish that you would get. Always be sure to ask, is that the selling price or is that the asking price? Because like I said, it could be a lot different. This we saw selling for $90 and sometimes $100 and some odd. There's a couple that are asking $102, $105 for it. And this is metal. It's in pristine. Missing a mirror, but who cares? It rolls. I don't drink, but it's going to go in my bar collection. Isn't that funny? We don't drink, but we have a bar collection. And like I said, this is just messed me up because I was up till I think 3 in the morning cleaning records. And the beauty of it is like, okay, I don't have the covers, but I got some cool records and they are in pristine condition. So that was our Saturday Valentine's Day special. Hope you all like it. I got to mix these two videos together and I'll put it up. Enjoy. Thanks.